and welcome to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your MC Davo. With me today we have Kells.
Heidi, ho.
We have Andy.
Hello, Ladle Brainers.
And we have the Sensei Neil.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Kells, I learned something today. I'm listening to that podcast that Andy recommended, the history of rock and 500 songs. And there's a woman named Ruth Brown, I think. And she was a singer. And at one point, she worked for Cab Calloway's sister, who actually did that kind of, she did basically that song, Minnie the Moocher, before Cab did. But then she kind of got pushed out of the industry, possibly by the mafia, possibly because she was arrested and, for being black in the South. And one of her band members stole all her money while she was in jail. Oh. So anyway, she started running a club, and Ruth Brown worked for her for a little while.
I know a Ruth Brown song. I think it's I Don't Know is the name of the song. That you said her name, I was like, that's the first song that came to mind.
It could be the song he was talking about was something like he's not treating your daughter right, or something like that.
Back when titles told you exactly what was about to happen.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I really like that podcast. I recommend it. He's got a very lugubrious voice.
Yes.
Lugubrious?
Lugubrious. That's the only word I can think of. He's British, and he kind of talks like this. But when he's talking about like rock music, right? But he talks like this.
It's a fascinating show.
It really is.
Absolutely fascinating.
I do recommend it, but he takes some getting used to.
Yeah, he takes and he's his Twitter feed, by the way, is amazing as well. He reminds me of you, Neil. He reminds me a lot of you. He's extremely knowledgeable, and he has interesting social skills.
Whoa.
See, I have enough self-awareness that I wouldn't try to do a solo podcast where I was just talking for 30 minutes.
Oh, and his episodes are, as you get later into it, where you're kind of early in right now, the average episode now is over an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as he gets into like the meat of rock in the early 60s, they are very long episodes.
I really want to, I usually listen to podcasts at like 1.3 speed, which would be great for him talking. But he plays so many music clips and I can't listen to the music at 1.3. So I'm stuck listening.
And he's also a musician. At times he'll actually, let me show you what he's doing in this key. And he'll pull out a piano and play it on the piano or play it on his guitar. It's really remarkable.
Yeah, his scholarship is amazing. Anyway, you did a little Minnie the Moocher there, and I was kind of
made me think of that. Almost spot on, Cab. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, having said that, you guys want to play some trivia?
Yes.
Do it.
Each week we have a theme, and within that theme, we've got 6 categories, 4 questions each. Each question is worth 10 points with a few bonus points thrown in here and there, perhaps. And then a final question, which is worth up to 100 points. And we have one of our newest patrons sent in a mystery theme quiz for us.
Ooh, excellent.
So here's what he says. He says, "Hey, Brain Ladle, I've been listening to your show for a few months, catching up on the back catalog. He was actually the host of an episode of Triviality that Davo and Kells were on during the summer. And he became a fan for some reason, probably because of Kells.
Hey.
That was charming.
You know, my wife specifically told me I should be nicer to Davo because he sounds so sad.
Oh. I'm not sad.
Don't be sad.
I'm okay.
So anyway, he continues. I should have said his name is Ian Belovich. So he said, at this point, I feel like I know you guys through your banter. So he wanted to contribute a show with a special mystery theme. So we're going to do it the same way we have been doing our mystery themes. The first one of you players who thinks you know what the theme is can send me a message on our private Slack. And the first person will get 10 points. Second person will get 5 points. Third person will get no points. And you only get one guess, so make it count. So I'll explain the mystery theme a little bit. Each of the categories has kind of a mini theme. You put those 6 mini themes together to get the overall theme. All right. So we got category 1. Question 1. Along with a fellow Jesuit missionary, this French-Canadian explorer became the first European to explore the upper Mississippi River in 1673. They ultimately used the Chicago River to return to Lake Michigan. Who was it?
Locked in.
And I have an easy mode if you need it.
Locked in?
I'll take easy mode.
Okay. The easy mode is his fellow missionary was Jacques Marquette.
Oh,
That sounds more like a breezy mode to me, but
yeah.
I didn't even think about Marquette. This could have gone terribly wrong.
I have no clue, so I'm going to write this because it might be funny. Locked in.
all right, let's start with Kels.
I said Joliet.
Devo
I said Detroit.
and Andy.
The Chicagoans pronounce it Joliet, but I believe the French pronunciation is Joliet.
Well, I'm going to pronounce it like my favorite blues brother, Juliet Jake. I didn't know that I was an explorer. I thought it was just a prison.
Me too. I learned something today.
Question 2. Though he may be associated with another alcoholic beverage with a quotable history, James Bond is perhaps most closely tied to what drink, featured in 22 films a total of 35 times. 17 of those times it was the Bollinger label. And there's another easy mode.
Locked in?
By
Locked
most
in.
closely associated, he means that's the drink he drank the most in the movies.
All right, I have a guess.
So nobody wanted the easy mode?
Nope.
No.
I know.
So the easy mode is 7 of the instances were Dom Perignon.
I am correct, sir.
So Deva, what's your answer?
Champagne.
I'm going to deduct
Champagne.
points for-
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's
Finest
legit.
champagne.
Andy
Champagne.
and Kels.
Champagne.
It is champagne. Question 3. Drafted number 1 overall in the 1958 NBA draft by the Lakers. This player was described as the first and original high flyer by Oscar Robertson. Until he was eclipsed by Wilt Chamberlain, he held the record for the most points scored in an NBA game with 71 against the Knicks in 1960.
Locked in.
We go through all the players I remember from 1960 NBA. Done.
I'm going to punt. I'm out.
Oh, Davo.
I know.
You broke my heart.
I'm locked in.
Oh, I thought you were already locked in.
No, I was still thinking, but I got an answer.
Okay. What is your answer?
Meadowlark Lemon.
And Kels.
Yeah.
Number 22 for the Lakers, Elgin Baylor.
And Davo.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
Correct answer is Elgin Baylor.
Wow.
I know what this category is.
Question 4.
I'm taking you to Vegas next time, Andy. I know that 2 10s is good.
Question 4. From the movie of the same name, what is the location of the public access television station that broadcasts the show Wayne's World?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Kels,
Aurora.
Deva,
Aurora.
and Andy.
Aurora, Illinois.
It is Aurora, Illinois. All right, at the end of category 1, Devo has 20, Andy 30, and Kels 40. Check in. Oh, see messages yet.
It's much too early.
Okay. All right, round 2. Though several national flags highlight botanical components, no country's flag features what central element found on the flag of Hong Kong?
Oh,
The flag of Hong
crap.
Kong.
I'm locked in.
No, that's not right. I'm good. I'm locked in.
Yeah, sure. I'm locked in.
All right, let's start with David.
A flower.
Andy,
The meadowlark lemon.
Kels.
I said a lily.
The correct answer is a flower.
I didn't know how specific it was. Yeah.
So, Kels, I just
Mhm.
looked up something. It says there's only one true difference between a lily and an orchid, which is the flower on the Hong Kong flag. It has to do with the length of the stamens. So that's close enough. I'm going to give you credit.
Yes.
It's not the length of your stamen, it's how you use it.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Nothing that a well-played sha-la-la-la can't fix.
All right. We ready for question 2?
Yes.
What is the nickname of the South Park character born Leopold Stotch?
Leopold.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Andy,
Butters.
Kels,
Butters.
and Deva.
Butters.
It is Butters. Butterscotch.
I didn't know his name was Leopold.
Question 3. What is the common name of the back portion of a long gun to which the barrel and firing mechanisms are attached, which provides a brace for the shooter's shoulder to prevent muzzle rise during firing?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Let's start with Kels.
Stock.
Deva
Stock.
and Andy.
Stock.
Correct answer is stock. I was specifically told not to accept but, as that is a portion of the stock.
Well, I
Wow.
scratched. That's why I scratched that out.
You scratched your butt?
I did.
Ah.
In front of company.
Badooms, indeed.
Question 4. What British group performed during the 2012 London Olympics closing ceremony after arriving on stage in 5 black cabs with the following designs: sparkling black, racing stripes, leopard print, pink, and a Union Jack?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
And Deva.
The Spice Girls.
Andy.
The Spice Girls.
And Kels.
Spice Girls.
Correct answer is the Spice Girls. You guys nearly aced that one. Andy missed the first question, but everything else was correct.
Well, if Andy really tried harder, we would have aced it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ian.
Thanks for letting me know that I'd let the team down, Neil.
You know, it's not a
Yep.
team game, really.
Yeah, I get that, but nonetheless, you were still able to find a way to shame me.
That's what I
Well
live
played.
for.
I know you do. I give thanks for other people's shame.
Okay. At the end of category 2, Devo and Andy are tied at 60 and Kels has 80. Moving on to category 3. Designed by architect Daniel Burnham and built in 1902, what New York City landmark gets its signature look due to the diagonal alignment of Broadway relative to the Manhattan street grid?
Locked in.
Locked in.
What is the name of that? Oh, locked in.
Okay. Andy,
The Flatiron Building.
Kels,
The Flatiron Building.
and Devo.
The Flatiron Building.
It is the Flatiron Building. Question 2. Among his many contributions to mathematics, Leonhard Euler is credited with popularizing the Greek letters of pi to denote the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter, sigma to express summations, and this uppercase letter for finite differences. It is most commonly used to represent the difference of a changeable quantity.
Come on, Ray guy. Help me out here.
I have a letter written down. Locked in. So I've already Ray guide for today.
Ooh. This is not ringing a bell. I'm gonna write it. I know it's wrong, but I'm locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Kels.
I said E, but I'm pretty sure E is lowercase.
Deva.
Zed.
A doctor has recommended that you have a sweep.
I love that one.
Oh, sorry. I forgot Andy.
Now
Yeah.
Ray Guy comes in for
There
his
we
first
go.
punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
So it's a Greek letter, Kels. An uppercase Greek letter. Delta.
Oh, I was.
Rate of change.
Dang, I knew that. I knew that.
I wasn't even
knew
thinking.
that.
I wasn't thinking about that.
I wasn't thinking about it as a letter. I was thinking about a triangle.
Right.
It's a little triangle.
Triangle man, triangle man.
Triangle man. He doesn't mind. Triangle live. Triangle man.
All right. So question 3 has both a hard mode and an easy mode.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the original question.
Okay.
You can answer that, or you can opt for the hard mode. If you opt for the hard mode, then you'll get double the points.
Double. Holy mac.
Okay.
But if you miss it, you get no points.
I'm used to that.
And then if you don't want the if you don't like the regular question, you can ask for the easy mode and get half points. All right. So the
Yeah.
regular question is, though developed much earlier, the triangle offense is most closely associated with which NBA coach beginning in the 1980s?
I'll take the easy mode.
I'm gonna take the hard mode.
I'll take the hard mode as well.
Wow. Okay. So we got one hard mode or two hard modes and one easy mode. So the hard mode is, who is credited as the first innovator of the triangle offense? He coached Kansas State University and the Houston Rockets prior to serving as an assistant with the Chicago Bulls under the previously mentioned coach. The easy mode is he won 9 championships with his strategy,
I'm locked in.
Okay, I'm locked in.
which actually is a big hint to the original question too.
I'm locked in.
Okay. So we're going to start with Devo.
Tex Winter.
Andy
Phil Jackson.
and Kels.
Tex Winter.
So the original question in the easy mode was Phil Jackson. The hard mode is Morris Winter, aka Tex.
Nice.
Oh, so I got it right?
Phil Jackson.
Yeah. Good
Oh my
job.
God. All right. Wow. I went with I don't know if I could have named any other NBA coaches. I just went with the one I knew.
All right. Question 4. What is the common nickname for the metropolitan area in the Piedmont region of North Carolina, defined by the vertices of Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill?
All right. This is mean.
Now here's a way dance to the salted dog rag.
There we go.
Nothing.
He brought out the salt first.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. Boy, these categories are so subtle.
I'm locked in.
You could take a lesson from this guy, Neil.
That's too easy.
We'll edit that out too.
Okay. So let's start with Andy.
I'm going to go on a limb. The Southern Triangle.
Kels.
I said the triad.
And Devo.
Research Triangle Park.
I will accept Research Triangle. I mean, the answer is Research Triangle. I'll accept. I don't know where the park
Okay.
came from. but
Research Triangle.
I think because those are three big university towns, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of category 3, Andy has 75, Devo 100, Kels 110.
At the Allison line already.
Early.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Category 4. This sounds exciting. From the Latin for rope, what is the name for the type of rail system that travels along a steep slope using 2 cars that act as counterbalances? So due to the configuration, when one car travels up the incline, the other car descends towards the bottom.
Oh, man.
Okay. I've always called those incline railroads. So let me think about this.
I'm locked in with what I think it is.
Wow. I've always heard those just referred to as incline railroads.
Then you haven't heard the original Latin term.
Inclinus.
Inclinus.
All right. I'm locked in.
Inclinatus. Railroadicus.
All right. All right. You're done now.
I'm sorry. Again, that was a bit spacey.
I'm locked in with some garbage.
All right. Let's start with Kels.
Fulcrum.
Andy.
Shakira?
And
I know
David.
she's
What?
Latin American. This
She's not Latin American. She's from Colombia.
Colombia.
okay. That works.
Well, they speak Latin American down there, don't they?
Yeah, they speak Latin American down there.
Deva.
A gondola?
Was it Delta? I know Delta's Latin.
Delta's Greek, but
It's Greek.
Okay.
Wow.
Very Greek.
the correct answer is funicular.
Funicular.
Funicular. F-U-N.
Funicular.
F-U-N-I-C.
Well, funicular too. Jeez.
I have never, it's interesting. I've never heard that before.
Question 2. Jules Verne was partially inspired to write Around the World in 80 Days by the completion of this structure 4 years prior. Phileas Fogg spends nearly a week traversing a similar route. Calling it a structure is a little misleading. Say by the completion of this route.
Locked
This route.
in? Locked in?
I'm gonna punt. I have no idea.
Wow, that's a rare punt from Kels.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, completion of what?
The Panama Canal.
Yes. Sadly, that popped into my head. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Okay, locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Andy.
The American Transcontinental Railroad?
Deva.
What Andy said, the Transcontinental Railroad.
And Kels.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day.
Ooh.
Kick is away. There's a high,
Yeah.
twisting, hang time spiral.
Yeah.
The answer is the first Transcontinental Railroad.
Woo!
Okay.
Andrew.
I never knew that. That's interesting.
Question 3. In 1869, the 1,911-mile rail line was ceremoniously completed at Promontory Summit, Utah, with the tapping of the golden spike by this man, then president of the California Railroad.
Oh,
Ooh.
There is an
I
easy
thought it
mode.
was hit by somebody else.
Easy mode if you need it.
I thought it was hit by Kudo. I'd like the easy mode.
I also like the easy mode.
I'm locked in, I guess.
So Andy's locked in. Kels and Deva went the easy mode. The easy mode is an elite private research university in California bears the shared name of his son, for whom he established the school.
Woot! Locked in.
Locked in?
Deva,
Stanford.
Kels,
Stanford?
and Andy.
Stanford.
It was Leland Stanford.
I've always heard that at the tapping of the golden spike that they had all these dignitaries there and they were each going to take a swing with the big hammer to put in the spike. But if you've ever used one of those giant hammers, they're really, really hard to use. And each one tried and nobody was able to actually hit the spike with the hammer. And finally they had one of the section hands come out and actually tap it in because none of them could do it.
That's pretty funny.
That's why I was like, well, I've never heard that the president actually drove in the golden spike.
He took out a little tap hammer and just went tink, and then walked away. Thanks,
Movies lied
unnamed
to me.
employee.
Because Wild Wild West made me think that President Grant hit it.
Well, if you can't trust the Wild Wild West, I don't know who you can trust.
I mean, obviously, no one at this point.
Question 4. Where would you find the first daily operating monorail system in the Western Hemisphere?
Monorail.
Monorail. I'm locked in.
It's not Springfield. They said no.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. That was the first thing that came to mind.
The first operating monorail in what part of the world?
The first daily operating monorail system in the Western Hemisphere.
Western Hemisphere. Okay.
This would.
That's like all the important stuff except for Europe, Africa, Asia, and Oceania.
So
Right.
all of the important stuff.
I'm locked in with the.
All right, I'm locked in
Yes.
too. I have no idea.
All right. Start with Kels.
It felt a little tricksy, and I could be totally off base, but I think there's a monorail at Disney World. So I said Disney World.
Okay. Andy.
Anaheim, California, Disney.
Deva.
Toronto.
So one of you got it right. It was Disneyland in
Not
Anaheim,
Disney
California.
World. Oh, Kels. I was completely
That
wrong. You were
stings.
just kind of wrong, and it counted
That
the same.
stings.
Good one, Andy.
Nice job.
So the scores at the end of category 4, Andy 105, Devo and Kels are tied at 115.
So I'm losing.
Barely.
Still.
You've made a
That
big
is-
comeback.
But still, I'm
Yeah.
losing. That's
Mhm.
particularly hurtful.
You're a correct answer away.
Yeah, you're one
I'm a
question
correct
off.
answer away. All right. I can do this. I'm not going to get salty like Dave, or I'm sorry. I don't want to end up
You
sad.
just get passive aggressively pissy. Well, I'm losing
Yeah?
again.
Is
Yeah. Oh, we gotta find something that's referring to wine or cheese. Just
There you go.
just for Andy, because Andy whines when he's losing.
Category 5. Born in 1866, this woman was left partially blinded due to trachoma at the age of 5. Despite this, she would go on to have a notable career as an educator with far more famous pupil of 49 years.
Locked in.
Have easy mode if you need it.
Ooh. Locked in?
I need the easy mode because I think, yeah, give me the easy mode. It's great.
Buddy.
Okay,
yeah,
easy,
I know who she taught.
That's probably the easy mode.
I know.
easy mode is her pupil is featured on the state quarter of Alabama.
I like how they just didn't give it all the way to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crap, what is her name?
I could even tell you who played her in the movie.
Kels.
Yeah, I came
love
up
you,
with the
but-
movie name before I came up with her.
The movie name first.
Yeah, my mind was racing and I came up with the movie name first.
Well, here's 2 tickets for the train to hell you both get on. All right?
Now we're going to try a salty dog. Okay? Because again, maybe you're not a gin drinker.
And some people have called me a salty dog.
Hey, Kels, while Dave was thinking, didn't Randy Newman have some sort of song about a train to hell or something? Maybe a train ride or
Look at that mountain. Look at those trees. Hey, look at that bum over there, man. You down on the knee. Look at those women. Ain't nothing
damn
like
it.
them nowhere.
Oh, what am I going to write now? Okay, I'm locked in.
All right. Deva, what's your answer?
Montessori.
Okay. Kels.
Played by Anne Bancroft in The Miracle Worker, for which she won an Academy Award.
Okay,
I believe it's Oh man, we didn't mention today's sponsor. We're sponsored by Lowry's.
Lowry's.
They gave us a box of their product. It is awesome. It's good on just about everything except for cake. Ann Sullivan or Annie Sullivan. I'm not sure.
Andy?
Ann Sullivan.
It was Ann Sullivan.
Man.
Just going to let that one sit there for a second.
just let that one sit in. You got to let a dish rest after pulling it out of the oven.
Yeah, man. You can't just jump into that pie.
Right. You gotta let that rest for a minute. You gotta
sit on the sill and cool while the birds are chirping outside. You know,
you guys are the worst.
You know he's leaving. You know he could. You back, Davo? We good?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Question 2. Henry Ford once said of this man's teaching that they reinforced an ordered, rigid, and straightforward view of the world where white was white and black was black. His most notable work ranks behind only a Chinese language dictionary and a book called Scouting for Boys, which is really a horrible title, on the list of best-selling, regularly updated books.
Locked in.
I heard that title in a Pink Floyd song. That's a real thing.
Scouting for Boys.
Scouting for Boys.
Yeah. Nice Pink Floyd reference, by the way.
Oh God, I can't remember this.
I believe that's kind of a reference to Boy Scouts, not.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I genuinely, he was part of my lecture today.
The answer to this question?
The answer to this question was the end of my lecture for 3 classes today.
If you got it right.
I don't.
Mike Tyson. Locked in. It's going to be right sometime.
I'm locked in.
All right. Let's start with Kels.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Andy?
He was nicknamed the Schoolmaster of America. And wrote lessons for the expanded curriculum at the time, though he's more well known for his dictionary, Noah Webster.
Oh, wow.
And David?
Montessori.
Rolling with it. I love the dedication.
You're not letting it go. What?
Oh.
We have a problem with that.
And Andy was wrong.
Horace Mann?
The correct answer is William Holmes McGuffey, co-author of the McGuffey Readers.
Oh, damn! I was so sure he was talking about Noah Webster and the American Dictionary.
You know, sometimes when someone really steps in it, we got to sit and savor it. So let's just wait.
Yeah.
Not only was he confident, he gave us extra. A speech. He did. He gave us the cliff notes.
Oh, I was so sure I was right.
Double space.
It was
12-point font. Like,
citations in there. Like,
man,
we almost had a first here because I took a big swig of my lemonade, and then you started here. We got to let that sit. And I almost coated my screens here. I'm looking at lemonade.
First live spit take.
Seriously, I'm very, very close. We would have been buying me a new microphone.
I'm going to call an audible on question 3 here.
All right.
I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it from a question to a tri-bond.
Oh.
Ooh. I like tri-bonds.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're the sensei. You see a question and you say, I can tri-bond this.
Well, I think the question would be really easy for you guys, and the tri-bond may be a little bit less easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've missed the last 3, so I don't want to get a point.
Okay, so the tri-bond is Edward James Olmos, Lou Diamond Phillips, and Andy Garcia.
Locked in.
Oh.
I was fighting another title in my head.
I might be wrong still, but That's what I'm writing.
Yeah, I'm locked in. For a minute there, all I could think about was Miami Vice. And I was just stuck there for a minute.
Lou Diamond Phillips was on Miami Vice.
Oh, he would have made a great Tubbs, wouldn't he?
Come
He
on.
would have. Look.
All right. Let's start with Andy.
The movie is Stand and Deliver.
David.
Stand and Deliver.
And Kels.
Stand and Deliver.
Well, I thought I would get one of you, but correct answer is Stand and Deliver. The original question, by the way, is what was the name of the 1988 film following Jamie Escalante, a math teacher at James A. Garfield High School in East Los Angeles, who strives to improve the outcomes at his primarily Latino school through teaching AP calculus?
Jaime Escalante.
Oh, was that Jaime? I never put that together.
Yeah. That's Jaime.
I did not know that. It makes sense, but I never thought about it. All right, question 4. Prior to his rise to fame, this man taught at Hunter College High School in Manhattan, some 6 miles away from the central neighborhood featured in his first Broadway musical.
Oh, come on. Why? Who wrote that piece of...
Wow.
Not the question, the musical, because I'm about...
I know you were talking about the musical.
Oh, what is his name? I've only got one name written in my head, and I don't like it. Locked in.
I don't know. So
I'm locked in.
That is a certain amount of lack of confidence.
I'm
on
really
Andy's part.
unhappy with this.
I'm locked in too.
All right, everybody's locked in and pretty proud of their answers. Let's start with Kels.
So happy.
Sondheim.
Andy.
I didn't know he was a teacher, and I'm hoping the neighborhood is the Heights. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Deva.
Oh. Andy's answer is compelling, but I teamed up with Kels for Sondheim.
All right. Well, the correct answer is the Broadway play was In the Heights, which takes place in Washington Heights, written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, of course.
Andy,
it's about a
with the pool.
What is this crap?
Oh, I can't. And I've seen the Heights. I was just totally struggling there.
You've seen the Heights? No way.
Davo.
We're going for salt.
I want to be your salty dog.
Okay, sorry.
Let the music set you free. Deadpool has a musical out right now. It's awesome.
I'm fine. Thanks.
Yeah? Okay.
I like where I am.
I think you should get into the spirit.
You like where you are, Kels or
Mhm.
Deva? The reason I ask is because you're in last place right now
I've been there before.
with 125.
I won't be there again.
Kels and Andy are tied at 135.
I'm only a question away. That's barely last place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of second place if you think about it.
If you in this context, it is second place. Who doesn't want second place?
All right,
Winners.
category 6.
Oh my gosh. Man, somebody's going to have to watch their blood pressure after this.
Category 6. Question 1. Considered somewhat of a rock star of his time due to his performance style and handsomeness, which 19th century composer and piano virtuoso is best known for his Weimar period in which he wrote the 19 Hungarian Rhapsodies?
I feel like this can go so many ways.
Locked it.
All right. I'm locked in.
I feel like it can be anybody.
Jim Croce.
Well, not that anybody.
Oh, okay.
All right. Names going on the paper. I'm locked in.
All right, let's start with Andy.
Well, the most popular piano composer here on Brain Ladle Productions is, of course, Liberace.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Ooh.
Shout out to the fans. I
Yay,
support our
Bettina.
Patreons.
Deva.
Said Wagner.
Kels.
Said Brahms.
All
Yep.
You ever heard of the term listomania? Coined in
Listomania?
1844.
Franz Liszt?
Franz Liszt.
Liszt?
Oh,
I didn't know he was
would not
handsome.
have gotten that.
I didn't know he was handsome.
Question 2. Name the movie that is both the most expensive and highest grossing black and white film of all time.
It's expensive.
Ooh. I've got down to 3.
Really good ones.
Locked in.
All right. Locked in.
I'm gonna lock in.
Okay.
If I can spell it right.
Devo.
Toystory.
What?
What?
I don't know what you just spelled.
I don't
Toy
even-
Story?
Toy. Yeah.
Toy
But
Story.
you can edit that out. It was a bad joke. Oh,
Oh, it was a joke. Maybe you could
Just
kind of
cut
give
it.
us some cue when you make a joke. Maybe we would
It's
laugh.
Right. Did I just say incoming?
Well, you could send us like a message on Slack. You know, that this is going to be a joke.
Yeah. Be ready, guys. I'm going to be funny.
No, you're gonna try anyway.
The crazy thing is, I think I got all of the categories and I have no idea what they mean together.
What do you get? What's your answer to this question, though, Kels?
I think it was a little tricksy to get us thinking older, like way older, but I think the answer might be Schindler's List.
Andy.
Yeah, I almost fell into the same trap. Initially, I was thinking of the hugely racist movie from Woodrow Wilson's period. I just lost the name.
Oh, Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. All I could think of was the book. It was named after the Klansman, but I went with Schindler's List.
Yes, it is Schindler's List.
That's my answer too, by the way.
You said
If you were curious.
you
Your
said
answer was Toy Story.
No, I didn't. You didn't call on me.
Oh,
I did, but
wow.
I think if we played,
The joke was that he was having trouble spelling it, and I said Toy Story.
oh,
I missed.
yeah,
that.
no, I
Again,
didn't
if you
get
could just
that.
send us
lost
a
in the
message on
sauce.
Slack.
I got lost in the
Yeah.
sauce.
Okay.
That's my bad, Dave. I feel like we turned on you.
Yeah, you did. You completely turned.
I'm sorry.
I oversalted
I'm sorry.
tonight, and you guys, I understand. I
oversold.
get it. I get it. I get it.
I mean, in retrospect, that was kind of funny.
See?
Right.
Yeah,
Now that we get it.
is. I missed that I didn't that I had even said that and that you
Right.
were answering
I
that.
didn't catch
I
that
thought you
either.
were spelling out your answer because you were ashamed
No.
of it.
I did too.
Yeah,
Because it's
that's
not
how
a
bad
black
this
and
game
white
is for me.
movie.
But I don't even try.
One question down.
All right. Question 3. What author has dominated the New York Times bestsellers list, landing 114 books on the list and 67 at the number 1 spot?
67. Goodness gracious.
Well, this category is really helping me out.
I mean, points wise?
No, just I'm lost. That was sarcasm.
We got to get our shit together, man, because that was funny. Come on, people. Okay, I'm going to write this. I don't know if it makes sense. All right, I'm locked in. Wow.
I'm locked in.
Are you locked in yet, Andy?
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Kels.
Stephen King.
Andy.
Stephen King.
And Devo.
See, my first thought was Stephen King, but I know he's written a ton. I don't think he's written over 100 books.
I don't think so either. It's all I could come up with.
Yeah,
Same.
I was starting to think of those genres that produce lots of small, very popular books like romance
I got
and
you.
westerns. So I went with Louis L'Amour.
Ooh.
I like Louis L'Amour. That's a good one.
God bless Bess.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry, I used that one
Stand
already.
still.
Let me find it again.
It's okay.
Sweep the leg.
Oh, thanks.
You have a problem with that?
Correct answer, James Patterson.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he wrote 114 books. Holy crap.
Oh, he wrote a lot of them. It didn't even cross my mind.
I don't think I've read a single James Patterson book.
Neither are fine.
I read most of Stephen King's, though.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have a tough time writing an email. 114 books. Good Lord.
Well, no, that's how many he got on the bestsellers list.
Got on the list.
Yeah.
Those are the good ones.
Right.
All right, our final question. Name the 1971 novel given the following entries from the table of contents. Chapter 2, The Seizure of $300 from a Pig Woman in Beverly Hills. Chapter 12, Hellish Speed grappling with the California Highway Patrol mano a mano on Highway 8. And Chapter 21, Breakdown on Paradise Boulevard.
Ooh, Locked In?
So what novel are those chapter titles for?
Locked In?
Locked In.
Yeah, we'll start with Andy.
The Great Shark Hunt by Hunter S. Thompson.
Eva.
LA Confidential.
And Kels.
I said Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
It is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson.
Wrong Hunter Thompson book.
I didn't know he did more than one book.
Yeah.
All right. So, category, final scores. Davo, 135. Andy, 145. And Kels, 155. Dave, Kels, if you haven't guessed it by now, give me your guess or.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen. We're going to start going over these, and it's going to be that scene from Usual Suspects where my coffee mug drops and hits the ground.
And you run out of the door?
Yeah, trying to catch up to Kaiser Soze, but it's too late. He's in the car with Pete Postlethwaite. I'm out.
All right.
I got nothing for you.
So I'm going to let the only person who got it correct give us the
Davo.
details. Go ahead.
No,
Andy.
I guessed early and was wrong.
Oh, Andy got it.
I can't tell you guys how genuinely offended I am that you didn't get this mystery category, because I figured it out relatively early on.
Oh my God, it's you.
It's me. I'm the mystery.
God, it's you. See, the mug just hit the ground. It just hit the ground. You're from Illinois, the kitchen stuff, and you got triangles because you laughed at Davo for 6 weeks about it. Trains. You're a teacher. I don't know how list facts
because he doesn't ever number his paper.
Oh,
You got,
you're right. Number your paper.
And to be clear, I think the kitchen stuff is specifically talking about gravy.
That's a gravy
you need
recipe.
to make gravy.
Yeah, it's a gravy recipe.
It's a gravy.
See, I got there, and then the triangle stuff happened, and then I was like, "Wait a minute, this is about us. This is about all of us." Because I thought he was pointing at me.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
So then I guessed at that point, and then the next category was trains, and I was like, "Balls." This is terrible.
Yeah, the first train question, I realized this had to, because I did the same thing, Davo. First category was Illinois. Second category was gravy. I thought, this guy's poking fun at me. But then the triangle thing, like, no, that's all Davo. And so then I was holding off, but then trains came in like, oh, no, it's got to be me.
See, and the last category, it was a lot of lists. So I was like, okay, so maybe it's like 2 categories each of us, but that stupid train and teaching one.
Yeah, pretty much sealed
Man, that's great, man.
That was awesome.
It is. I feel like I just read Kobayashi. It got away from me.
I feel like I'm in the Matrix.
So vague. And then as soon as he says Andy's the
Kel's
only person that got
reaction
it
was
right,
so epic.
I was like, oh my God, it's you.
Yeah, it was a
The
mystery.
killers-
That was great.
The killer has been in the house this whole damn time.
The calls are coming from inside the podcast.
That's so
my
good. Ian, great categories, man.
Well done. Yeah, I obviously
Very.
enjoyed that very much. Can't wait to see what the final questions are going to be.
Well, I'll tell you, before we get to that, with Andy getting 10 points for guessing the mystery theme, that brings our final scores to 135 for Davo, and Kels and Andy tied at 155.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Hello, ladlers. We here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast are thrilled to announce that we have merch, t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, mouse pads, a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, and a 1986 Buick Regal sitting on what the kids would say, dubs. I mean, the works. Go to brainladleshop.com and give our beautiful new shop a once over. Show your love of trivia and help support the show by locking in on your favorite swag. And remember our sales motto, if you want it, we got it. If we ain't got it, we're going to get it. So you better get it while the getting's good.
So thank you, Andy. You got me back up to second place.
Sudden death.
Sudden death.
Andy style.
All right. These are a list of famous Andys, both real and fictional.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
So I'm going to just give you a quick description, and you tell me which Andy we're referring to.
Okay.
Question 1. Leading figure of the pop art movement known for silk screens of a certain canned food product.
Locked
Locked
in.
in.
Locked in.
Kels,
Warhol.
Devo,
Warhol.
and Andy.
Warhol.
It is Andy Warhol. Question 2. English actor most closely associated with motion capture roles in The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and the Star Wars trilogies.
Locked in.
What is... I see his face.
Locked in.
Locked in. Oh my gosh, that was hard.
Devo,
Circus.
Andy,
Andy Serkis.
and Kels.
Circus.
Andy Serkis. Question 3. Current Super Bowl winning coach of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Locked in.
Oh.
Locked in.
Oh.
Eat up, orc.
Come on.
That means I love you.
With the
Jetsons fans.
Yay.
with the walrus mustache.
Yeah,
There it is. I got it locked in.
I would have been out on this one. Andy,
Andy Reid.
Kels,
Reed.
and Devo.
Read.
Andy Reid. Question 4. Protagonist of The Shawshank Redemption.
Locked in.
Oh, what is his last name?
Nope.
Andy, his name is Andy.
No points for getting the first name.
Locked in.
I'd like to tell you, Andy, if all the
I was hoping. I was
Locked
hoping.
in.
Okay, right here,
Yes.
after the answer, in parentheses, cue the Kels impression.
Yeah.
He
You gotta
knew,
pick Kel's last so he can do the whole impression.
he knew you couldn't resist that.
I could not. But that would be a fairy tale.
Kels,
Andy Dufresne.
Deva,
Dufresne.
and Andy.
Andy Dufresne.
It's Andy Dufresne. All right. Question 5. First introduced to his series as the regional director in charge of sales at the Sanford branch.
Locked in.
There's a lot of silence from the other two players.
Locked in?
Sounds like a man who doesn't have it.
I have seen very little of this show.
That's why I know. I knew this was going to be hard on you because you didn't really
But I
watch
think I know this because it's... Oh, I'm not going to say.
it. Dave, did you watch The Office?
No, I think I'm out. I mean, it was going to be a tough thing for me to catch up anyway, but
I mean, 2 questions, right?
yeah, I was down
Yeah,
2, but
You had to do 3 better.
Yeah. All right, locked in.
Okay, Davo.
Dalton.
Andy.
Bernard.
Almost had another spit take.
Kels.
Who is Andy Dalton?
Bernard is a quarterback.
He was the quarterback of the Saints. He was the quarterback of the
for the
Bengals.
Bengals.
The Red Rocket.
The Nard dog, Andy Bernard.
Is Andy Bernard.
The Nard dog. That's funny.
I'm going to rearrange these a little bit, so it might be a little confusing.
Okay.
Oh, anyway, so since this is sudden death, Davo missed it, so he is out. His score is locked.
Out.
Question 6. American anti-comedian died of lung cancer at age 35.
Locked in.
I'm like that.
Andy?
You should have said died from cancer, question mark. Andy Kaufman.
Kels?
Kaufman.
Correct answer is Andy Kaufman.
Well, there's a fan theory that with Andy Kaufman and then the way he did his humor, that the whole lung cancer thing might be a joke. That he's still alive.
It's the long game.
He'd love the long game.
It's a very, very long. I mean, it's been, what, 20, 30 years?
It seems pretty unlikely. I'm not denying that.
All right, question 7. American former number 1 tennis player and winner of the 2003 U.S. Open.
Locked in.
Oh,
Davo, did you lock in?
I did.
He locked in for me. He's subbing in. No, I'm subbing in. I'm tapping Davo in. He's subbing in for me. Fudge.
I mean, this is actually a true sudden death because the first one of you to miss it loses the game.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
We
don't have
those often.
I can see his. Darn it. I'm locked in.
Let's start with Kels.
Andy Roddick.
Yep. There
Andy?
it is. Andy Smith or maybe Andy Jones.
Or Johnson.
It is, in fact,
Brown.
Andy Roddick.
Ah.
All right, so
Well
show,
played,
Andy.
Skells. Well played.
Kills is our
Good
last
show,
man
old
standing.
chap.
We're not done yet.
Yeah.
Let's see how well Kells knows Pretty in Pink. What was the name of Molly Ringwald's character from the 1986 film Pretty in Pink?
This is where I'm out because I've never seen
I
it.
would have been out here too.
It's a trick question.
Is it?
It's a trick question.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
She's also Andy Dufresne.
I don't know. Her last name, Flowers.
No. Andy Walsh.
Of course.
That's a really good question. Oof.
Yeah, missed me with that one.
But we've only got 2 more. Let's run through them real quick. Who's the 5-time World Series champion whose number 46 was retired by the Yankees?
Pettit.
Pettit.
Andy Pettit.
Yep.
And the English guitarist and former member of the Police,
Oh,
Davo.
This is
Summers.
Andy Summers.
ooh.
Good job,
Davo is
guys.
a fan of the Police.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if it ain't Sting, I don't know it.
All right. So our final scores: Davo, 175; Andy, 215; Kells, 225.
Ah, well played, Kells.
Very good game, you guys.
Excellent
Yeah,
questions.
gents.
Yeah, Ian.
Ian, excellent questions.
Thank you for wonderful
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I am honored, sir. Truly.
Now, if you
Man.
whip one of those up about me or Neil or Kells, we might do better on getting the theme.
That's going to be too obvious now.
Well, yeah, he's going to do a double one, and it's going to be another Andy show when we least expect it.
I'm left holding the mug again.
So, from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is your MC Davo with Kells.
And now no fairy tales at Shawshank. No, sir.
Andy?
So long, Ladle Brainers, from me, myself, and I.
And the Sensei Neil.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest rock band of all time, according to Andy. Yellow matter custard dripping from a dead dog's eye. Crab the locker fish wife. Pornographic priestess. Boy, you've been a naughty girl. You let your knickers down. I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman. I am the walrus. Goo goo gajoob.
That's pure poetry from the Beatles.
Man.
Signing off.
Greetings. This is the Brain Ladle Lyric Bot 5000. You can reach us on Twitter at LadleBrain, on Facebook at Brain Ladle Productions, or on our website at brainladletrivia.com. You can join us on Patreon, where a $10 donation will get you a show invite. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
I gotta say, I had the most amazing sweet potatoes this Thanksgiving. I think since I moved to the South, the sweet potato is one of the greatest things I've truly embraced. It's like Captain Crunch invented a vegetable.
We're not going to give that to Captain Crunch. I'll be damned.
Well, that's Captain Crunch's conquistador phase. He just appropriated it from the native peoples.
That's right, because the sweet potato was a New World product.
On his hat, he's not real.
You know, they don't have the kind of reconstructive surgery they do now. When he took one in the face, that's the best they could do.
It's like those World War I prosthetics.
Right.
He lost his eyebrows in a pitched battle. And he had to wear them on his hat. There were little levers so he could, here's disdain. Here's shock.
Levers.
Spring mechanisms,
Yeah.
That old salty
disparaging a wounded veteran.
Right.
He's not real. That's what he is.
Then where do crunch berries come from? I ask.
From a factory.
A factory in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Whoa. All right.
Battle Creek. Home of
All
rock.
right.
I've been down. That's where crunch berries come from.
Yeah.
Hoboken.
I think there'd be less fat people in the world if it wasn't called how much do you weigh, but what is your mass? Because that just makes you feel even more shameful.
Yeah.
For sure. Like you should have something orbiting you at all times.
Yeah. How much do you displace?
Oh, man.
What do they call it for ships? Dry weight? You're the equivalent of a tugboat. You need to do something.
Tugboat.
It's going to be a weird one tonight. I can already tell.
Yeah. We haven't done this in a while.
Okay, we should be good now. He's gone.
All right.
Hang on. In the middle of a sporkle. I need an L country in Africa, Kels.
Lesotho.
Got it.
Yeah.
And I got Libya.
Equatorial Guinea.
No. Equatorial. Oh, I forgot I had beef with them.
What is wrong with you?
Equatorial Guinea. You already got Liberia?
Oh, Liberia, that's it.
I guess I forgot to lock my
We
door.
weren't quite ready, were we?
He sounds tall over the microphone.
He does.
He's a big boy. Hey, Simon, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
No, they're on the microphone. Do you want to say hi on the microphone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
let's do it.
Yeah.
Kid's got the business in his blood.
Saying night.
Yeah. You want to say goodnight to Kels and Andy and Neil? Say goodnight. Then say goodnight. The microphone's right here.
He wants your headphones so you can.
Okay, come here. You can use my headphones.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Good night.
Good night. That was so sweet.
Good night, Simon. He just sat there. He took the headphones off and looked at me like, wow. And then took off.
Quick aside, while we're letting that set, Wendy and I watched The Summer of Soul the other day, which is an amazing movie documentary if you haven't seen it. But one of the artists on it is Gladys Knight and the Pips. And this show has ruined Gladys Knight and the Pips for me. Because all I could do when they're, and by the way, I had forgotten the Pips had moves like, I don't know how they did that, but I'm watching this performance and I realized at the end of the performance, I never looked once at Gladys. I was focused on the Pips the whole time, just watching the dance moves and trying to figure shit out. Like I'm realizing, oh no, it's been ruined for me now.
No, we didn't ruin it. The Richard Pryor show ruined it. The Pips and the Pips.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
Sure, come get this baby.